starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello there. Today, we are going to present to you about the effect of COVID-19 toward the tourism and travelers industry in Malaysia. But what is COVID-19? The COVID-19 pandemic, also known as coronavirus, is an ongoing pandemic of coronavirus diseases 2019 caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. The outbreak was first identified in Wuhan, China in December 2019. The WHO declared the outbreak at a public health of emergency of international concern on 30 January, a pandemic on 11 March. As of 13 June, there are over 7.9 million cases of COVID-19 have been reported with more than 188 countries and territories, resulting in more than 476,000 deaths, more than 3.6.5 million people have. So, the COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on industry tourism due to the resulting travel restriction as well as a slump in demand among travelers. The tourism industry has been massively affected by the spread of coronavirus, as many countries have introduced travel restriction in an attempt to contain its spread. The Nation World Tourism Organization estimated that global international tourist arrival might decrease by 20 to 30% in 2020, leading a potential loss of 30 to 50 billion US dollar. In many world cities, planned travel went down by 80 to 90%. Many tourist attractions around the world, such as museums, amusement parks, and sports venues, are closed. 16 March 2020, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture announces that several tourist attractions around Malaysia will remain closed until 30 March 2020. Includes Tourist Information Centre, National Arts Gallery, Craft Centres, Lenggong Archaeological Museum, National Archive Malaysia, Memorial Centres, and National Library of Malaysia. The decision took by Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture had affected the Malaysian economy, where most of the hotel resort had to shut down their operations. Although tourism and the travel were the largest source of income in Malaysia, since we were once ranked ninth in the world for tourist arrival, and the contribution of travels and tours for Malaysia economic GDP were 13.3% in 2018. But due to pandemic, Malaysian government has to obey with the shutting down of all of the non-essential economic activities by closing the country border and suspended all of the international and domestic boarding. This act had been resulting several effects on tourism and economy. So, we will continue discussing the problem on the travel and tours industry because of COVID-19 and how to solve it. So stay tuned.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is HAFIZA binti Muhammad Isa. Today, I will be explaining an issues that arose from the global pandemic COVID-19. Let me now explain that issues. In general, there is a lot of economic crises that occur from the spread virus, such as gives the negative impacts on the tourism industry in our country, Malaysia, and to another world, because it happened to the whole world. Why did I say that? Because the tourism sector was affected due to the restriction on foreign tourist arrivals and movement controls. It gives big impact on Malaysia's economy because tourism is the country's key sources of the economy until they lost 6 billion due to the cancellation of the trips. Not to mention, this also brings the year of visit 2020 beginning with a challenge when the number of foreign tourists in the country is declining. At the same time, it will give effects to the people who work in this sector, such as tour guides, because their income will be depends on tourists who come to our country until they need to make a side job income to survive during PKP. As we all know, the profit that is gained from the tourism sector are so important to maintain a large number of business, especially diplomatic relations between Malaysia and foreign countries such as China and Singapore. In fact, the tourism industry provides employment and business opportunities to over 3.7 million people who stay in Malaysia. It gives more effects to the people in this country when many recreational and tourist destinations are closed to prevent the spread of virus. Try to guess what the effects of the closure of the recreation center will be, as we expect the effect will be on workers who work in the tourism sector because some of them will be fired to decrease the country's spending. It will increase the unemployment rate in our country. It will not achieve the objective of macroeconomics to make full employment. As an example, Chenam Beach have been closed out from 8 March 2020 to prevent the entry of foreign tourists into our country. Even though through them our economy will be rise significantly, it takes at least 2 years to recover the economy fully because of COVID-19. It shows that economy becomes slowed down in the service sector due to the cancellation of the bookings until the government has to bear the burden of debt to help the people who live in Malaysia. That's all from me. Let's proceed to another presenter, which is about how to solve this issue. Thank you.
I continue with my part, which is how to solve these problems. Firstly, travel sector must focus on domestic tourism, where family tourism is one part of it. This includes property tax rebates for licensed hotels and apartment services that provide accommodation and function rooms as well as license and fee exemptions for hotels, travel agents, and tour guides. In order to promote domestic outdoor recreation, it is important to offer attractive travel packages and outdoor activities and very reasonable accommodation rates. In addition, transportation services are also required to be included in the travel packages to make it easier for travelers who do not have their own vehicles. Family tourism can also get a discount rate if they book their tickets online. This is because study shows that high-cost travels are a major obstacle for those looking to travel. By identifying the incentive involved, a significant amount of financial burden can be solved. Moreover, good news to all frontliners. They are given a special offer for 3 days and 2 nights free accommodation as a token of appreciation. This special offer valid within 1 year. Lastly, all travel companies need to make sure they are adopting to the new norms in all aspects of compliance with the SOP. This is done to curb the COVID epidemic-19 from continuing to spread and to boost the country's economy in terms of tourism and transport sectors. That's all. Thank you.
That's all the presentation from me and my teams. Overall, the conclusion that we can make based on this issue is COVID-19 gives big impact to our country and to another country, especially to the flow of our economy. But there will be a few solutions that we can make to settle down this problem to make sure that our country will be provide service like usual. We just need to follow the SOP that already made by government for our safety and to prevent this virus. Thank you.